I'm recording. Start it whenever. When you guys are ready. Got no.
I am ready.
Got no Tegato. Maybe no Omega.
We're
Maybe.
2 man short.
We're just a three-man band.
Bring it on!
I don't actually know how the song goes, but there you go.
Something as a
Sound like
Heath
Batista song.
Yeah, I just don't know how that song goes either. I just know it's a one-man
Yeah.
band, and it's something rare.
I'm a three-man band. We're a rockin' band. Something band.
We're
I don't
all in
know.
a band.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Something like this. Actually, don't remember anymore.
Well, I gotta say, Kevin and Ant-Man, welcome to the most must-see podcast. Welcome to the Botched Finish podcast. This is a podcast where we chat about wrestling. I'm one of your hosts, Killer Payback, and to the bottom of me is the man who's going to defeat Thanos by, well, unsanitary means. We got Ant-Man.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
And we got the Aces team. Of course, I'm talking about Kevin Ace X.
You scared me with that intro. Holy moly. What's up, everyone?
To be fair, if that ending actually happens in Avengers, I'm changing my name.
You better not, because you'll be talking about it for the next 5 years. Anyways, like I said before, this is the Botched Finish podcast. Each and every week, four, possibly five, this time three, who knows? Wrestling fans gather around this Xbox Live party, each bringing you an opinion on the WWE shows of that week. If you like that, follow us on bit.ly/botchedfinishyt. Again, that is bit.ly/BOTCHEDFINISHYT. If we have, yeah, or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/botchfinish. That is BOTCHFINISH. We also have a Twitch. I don't have the link on me, but Kevin, do you know what it is?
It's just botch finish. Same thing as the everything else. Our name.
Okay,
I didn't give you that link too. I thought I did.
good. Well, today is the week's of April 14th, 2019, and it is the week after WrestleMania, so it's the week of the Shakeup.
God, I keep forgetting. I need to date these goddamn podcasts at the beginning too. I
You
don't
should
think
put it on the actual screen.
that's so much work.
Yeah, get with the program, Kevin.
I mean, it's so much work. I'll do it right now. I'll do it in the behind the scenes. So,
All right.
So if you're watching
Well,
the YouTube
Kevin's
version,
working on that.
yeah. So if you're watching the video, you'll see the letters come up. Or me messing up everything. So continue with their thing.
All right. Well, let's just open up on this topic.
Jesus, where's
Okay,
mine?
so
I don't have mine. Shit.
God damn, unprepared,
There we go.
unprofessional.
My bottle.
There you go. All right, so we have. God, this is gonna be really loud. Um, so we start off with Raw this week. First off, let me just see. We have two games that we play during Raw. One is What Got Cut, and we find out what got cut in the Hulu version because I watch that version usually. I watched it live, but I also watched it on Hulu just to see, so we can play this little game. And we also have, I don't know what it's actually called. When did Kevin sleep?
Yeah. I guess we didn't even come up with the name of it, huh?
No.
When did
I
Kevin
don't know.
sleep? When did Kevin sleep? Who knows?
So-
There we go.
We find out when on Raw, Kevin fell asleep on 3 hour show. You know, kind of gets boring sometimes, so he takes a nap. So first fundamental question is, Kevin, did you take a nap?
Sadly, I did not, because I was like, oh, shake-up time, gotta be awake for it.
Of course,
And
I understand.
guess what? Wasn't that surprising, nothing much happened. But we'll get to that later.
Yes, yes. Gotta say, a little underwhelming for me. Um, This is my second shakeup.
This would be.
Anyways,
I don't know. Jeez, been so many shakeups lately. It used to be called the draft at one point.
yeah.
Good old draft. Remember that?
I miss when they like mid 2000s they would have it on the Titantron and they have like a slot machine type thing.
That or it was like one of those like spin wheel things, and they're like grabbing someone's
Yeah.
name from that. That was like back in the draft days. Oh, good old times. Good old times. They don't
Yeah,
do that
but
anymore.
times change. So Raw started off with Stephanie McMahon coming out, and she's gonna begin the Superstar Shakeup, and she immediately welcomes out her brother Shane McMahon. Um, Shane, being a heel, he's riling up the crowd with his best of the world stick. He kind of puts out highlights of the road to WrestleMania by showing what he did to Miz and his father. And this goes on for like 8 minutes, by the way. It's too much time. Um, anyways, Stephanie gets ready to introduce the first member of Raw, and that's when you hear, "Awesome!" I can't do it. I can't do it, dude. And then Miz attacks Shane from behind, and he gets out of his chair, beats him up pretty bad. Miz was actually bleeding. It was looked kind of painful. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Cause I don't, what hit him? He
I
wasn't
don't-
attacked at all.
Like he went over the barricade, and then the second he comes up, he's bleeding, and I'm like, what the hell? What happened? I don't remember anything crazy happening. That was weird. And then,
Well, yeah, of course. Then that's the end of the rivalry. Since I think Shane's probably not going to be on Raw again for a while. And yeah,
don't forget
so yeah,
the part.
Miz is the first one again.
Don't forget the part where Shane gets the ring announcer, tells him, to introduce him as the best in
Oh.
the world. Which was
Yeah,
weird.
he gets a Mike Rome to do it, and
Yeah.
he does it on the first try. Unlike the other unreliable man, I forget his name. I think it's like Greg or something.
Greg Valentine. I don't know.
Anyways,
Is that what it really
see
is?
after we
No, it's Greg something.
Oh, I was like, wow.
Go on.
after the after that we get Ricochet and Aleister Black coming out, and then it goes to commercial break, and then when we cut back from commercial break, Ryder and Hawkins, the tag team champions, don't get shown their entrances, and they're already in the ring. You don't understand how peeved I get during this.
That's when you know
Jobber
they're.
champions.
That's when you know. Yeah, that's when you know they really care about them.
God. Anyways, the Revival come out, and then it's you find out it's a 8-man tag. So the Revival partners are, of course, the people that come out are, of course, Eric and Ivor. If you've never heard of them, well, let me tell you something. They used to be called Hanson and Rowe, and yes, they used to be called the War Raiders, but now they're called the Viking Experience. That's not a joke.
Yeah, when they first came out and I saw their names, I was like, "Who are these guys again?" I don't remember anymore. Even though I just saw the takeover with them, the whole name change kind of confused me.
And they're
I didn't
holding.
realize that they changed their actual names instead of like I just thought they changed the tag team name.
No, they changed their names too. I don't get it.
Which is weird, yeah. I don't know why. Why is Eric
Uh,
a Viking name?
I
Ivar,
couldn't tell you.
maybe. But yeah, Eric is weird.
Yeah, I really cannot tell you. Anyways, yeah, they have a pretty meh match, really. Even with Ricochet and Black and War Raiders, the match overall was kind of bland. It was really short too. But the Viking Experience did look really strong in it, so I give them that. And the Viking Experience, of course, pinning Ryder after using a Fallout.
Really putting them over.
which is yeah, they looked really strong. I gotta say that was good. But yeah, I've, anything else you want to say about that?
Mm, just no, nothing. The name changes really matter in a way too. I know it's dumb, but if they're pushed strong, that's really what matters.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course.
I think with the name changes, like eventually they'll start to grow on people, or people will forget about it. But I mean, for now, it's uh kind of irks everybody because it's just so bad.
All right, and then after that match, there's a brief announcement that by Michael Cole saying that Raw and SmackDown aren't the only ones in the shakeup. There's also 205 Live, and then we get a little video package about Cedric Alexander. Then it's told to us that Cedric Alexander is joining Raw. Pretty big news. I like Cedric Alexander. Um, he's not the best talker, but he's really good in the ring.
Yeah,
So I hope he adds something.
I don't know how much she would be pushed. That's the interesting part too. But we'll see.
Yep. All right. Oh, by the way, I wasn't gonna mention this before, but this video package is cut from the Hulu version.
Are they? Is it like all the Superset Shakeup video packages cut, or is it just that one?
Well, that's the only one that really is.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
they
right.
have, yeah, they only have this one, and they say something in between, like where it shows like all the people who have been drafted. And I didn't see that either, but it was weird because this is only like 30 seconds. I don't see why they couldn't add it.
Don't they?
They're just like, just Google it.
Didn't they show it a couple times though, or was it just once?
No, they only showed it once.
Oh, okay. That sucks for him. Now they don't know that he's on Raw for the Hulu people.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting. Maybe all his matches will be cut from the Hulu version.
Oh shit, that suck.
Just like the revival.
Ooh, foreshadow, huh? Okay, okay. Alright.
Oh, anyways, Finn Balor comes out at there, and then it cuts to commercial break. We learned just before this that Finn is facing someone making their Raw debut, and so when they first come out, you hear El Idolo pop up, and then Zelina Vega walks out. And then, she of course, with her great skills on the mic, introduces Andrade. I really liked what she was saying. He plowed through SmackDown, now he's going to go through Raw. And they have him and Balor fight, and it's really good. I gotta say. Probably one of the best matches of the night.
Oh yeah, really good match. I liked it.
Let me see. Andrade defeats Balor in the end with the help of Vega after the referee's distracted. And this sets up something of a rivalry that I want to see. I want to see Balor versus Andrade for the Intercontinental Championship, and I hope that's what they're doing going forward.
We'll see.
Do you have any comment about that?
We'll see.
Evan? I can hear you. I can hear your judgment over there. Anyways, the next person coming out, of course, you hear the guitar strum, and after commercial break, Elias gets some heat from the crowd, pointing out how the Canadians didn't make it to the NHL playoffs. And then Elias says a line that I really liked. I'm gonna quote it here. So he after he's booed off by the fans, he says, "All right, I'm gonna play. Everybody, shut up. And if anyone interrupts me, they'll never be able to show their face." And then you hear 619 hit, and Rey Mysterio comes out. Brawls with Elias.
Oh, I get it, because the song starts out, show I can't see your face up in the sky. Are you?
What?
I was like, is it something in the song that has something to mention with
Is this a
that?
throwback?
Because when he did the dead man thing, it was like, oh, you're gonna be a dead man, and then Chick comes out. I guess he can't see his face.
Yeah.
I guess what it is.
Because he has a he
Yeah.
can't see his face. He's wearing a mask.
You got that. Yeah, all right, you got me there.
Yep. He says something on SmackDown too, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Anyways, after you see Mysterio celebrating, Lars Sullivan's music hits, and he comes out. There's a little scuffle with Mysterio, but eventually Sullivan gets the best of him. And not only does he chokeslam him, he does like a pop-up powerbomb. Or sit-down powerbomb, rather.
Yeah, the running sit-down powerbomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that move.
Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah, so it shows Lars is there. Later in the night, they announced Lars is in fact on the Raw roster.
Forgot to mention too that Mysterio botched like a hurricanrana, or was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the top rope thing. He slipped off.
It was a springboard move.
Yeah. Which was a little scary. I was like, wow, Mysterio messed up. That was weird.
Yeah, he went from a Hurricane Rana to a arm. What the fuck's it called? A wristlock takedown. Like, you know.
Yeah. He's good. He's all safe.
He recovered, but it's like, oh, didn't get that right. Which is rare for him. I don't see him mess up very often.
No, that's what I was like. Yeah, that's why I had to bring it up because I was like, oh, I don't remember him seeing mess up too much times, but yeah, that one caught my attention.
Well, anyways, Gable and Rude come out and they're looking for some challenge. I can't remember the promo exactly. It was kind of a boring promo. I think they're heels too now, which kind of confused me.
Yeah,
but,
I think they were pulling up a heelish promo.
But anyways, they get interrupted by the Usos. I should really just play the music and stop trying to voice my own.
Ooh, so I'll do the music for you. Don't worry. You know, that's how it is.
And then when they come back,
Spot on.
a moment of bliss is on, and her guest, of course, is Sami Zayn. And man, it was an interesting, segment. Zayn goes home to his home crowd of Quebec. That's where he is right now. The crowd's fired up, and they play his theme song not only once, not twice, but 3 times. And the fans, of course, were singing and dancing along, like they always do. And he goes on a little rant here, and he says that he likes the city of Montreal, but he doesn't like the people. You know, the crowd's like booing him hard, and they're chanting for Kevin Owens, and he's saying that these are not his people, and he doesn't even live here anymore. He lives, in Florida, and he leaves them with the message of "See you in hell."
Is this new catchphrase? See you in hell.
I need a Sami Zayn "See You in Hell" shirt.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah.
I love that.
Anyways,
I love the whole bit. You just walk around dancing and everything.
oh, dude, I love it so much.
Also,
Kevin, can you reenact the Sami Zayn song for me, please?
Ooh, so dun, 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 dun.
No.
I don't know why it was
Oh,
just
come
came
on,
up,
that's
man. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
Oh,
everyone's singing along with it. Yeah, it's amazing. Also, you didn't mention the.
let's go.
Remember they spoiled the Usos coming to Raw?
Yeah, during that, I forgot about it.
You're the one who
Actually,
told me about it
during
too.
the when Gable and Rude came out, they put up the they put up a little like name tag thing. I forget what they call it.
Graphics, yeah.
You know where it says who they are for the graphics and the Twitter handle. And instead of putting Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, they put up the Usos. And like, okay, they're gonna get interrupted by the Usos then.
Hello, is that
And
there?
lo and behold, they got interrupted by the Usos.
I mean, I don't know what happened there. That was funny because I didn't notice it because I wasn't really paying attention when they were coming out. I usually don't. And then you told me about it. I was like, oh, really? They really messed up on that? That sucks. That would have been.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, honestly. But anyways, after the Sami Zayn segment, uh, there was a match between the Iconics and Naomi. Or sorry, Bailey, and then her mystery tag team partner, who turns out to be Naomi. And they have a match, and then Naomi uses split leg moonsault and pins Billy Kay.
Short match. It was so short.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes.
Really short. Kind of shows the tag champs are a little weak.
This was why I didn't want them to be champions.
And then they go to commercial break, come back. EC3 is out, and they're said that he wanted competition,
I forgot about
and the
Puppet
person who
Box.
comes out to
Puppet Box. We got the little vignette of the Puppet Box again.
that's not yet.
Yeah, that was after the Naomi thing.
I don't have it.
Oh, it was the same thing as last week, but yeah. Go on.
Anyways, they didn't say EC3 was officially on Raw yet here, but EC3 comes out and he asks for a challenge. The person who comes out for the challenge is Braun Strowman, who proceeds to decimate EC3, and he finishes him off by tossing him from the top of the stage right next to the announcer's table through the floor. And really short, kind of pointless. Yep, and then the champ, Becky Lynch, walks out, sees that, she kind of shrugs it off. It was a pretty funny little exchange there. And she has a match with Ruby Riott. And the Riott Squad is also there. That match was super short. I didn't see the point of that match, honestly. But I digress. After that, Talia comes out, cuts a little promo on why she should be the #1 contender. And then, excuse me, Lacey Evans comes out and says that her and Natalya have a match, and whoever wins is going to be the #1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship. So they have a little match, pretty short. Pretty cool little exchange. She does the moonsault, or sorry, Lacey Evans does the moonsault, and she pins Natalya. And yeah.
That was it. Yeah. These last 2 matches were like okay, not even that great. They're like nothing matches.
Yeah, it was kind of like meh.
Yeah.
And then another Bray Wyatt vignette comes out. It's the Sister Abigail one
Is that what it
with
is?
creepy dolls.
I wish it's the
Yep.
doll things. Because I don't think he's doing his old persona anymore. It would be something
If
different.
you notice, there's 5 dolls next to Sister Abigail, and that represents the 5 members of the 5 former members of the Wyatt family.
I did not even put 2 and 2 together.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So he's going back to his old gimmick? What's going on?
We don't know. I mean, there's Sister Abigail, but I don't get the rest of it.
Did they say it was Sister Abigail? Or are people assuming it's Sister Abigail?
And we're all assuming it's Sister Abigail.
Oh, okay. I was like, did they say that and I miss it? I just thought it was... I don't know. When I first saw those vignettes and little promo videos, I thought it was just going to be like a puppet master or some shit. Because,
Oh.
the puppet thing coming out of the box. And I guess the little doll things too. I don't know. That's what I thought. But I don't know. We'll have to find out in 3 months when he actually comes out.
Yep. Well,
3 months.
I mean, that's
oh
how
yeah.
it is.
Previously, there were little promos because there was a tag match, a 3-man tag match at the end of advertised throughout the whole show. It was Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, and Drew McIntyre against Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and a mystery tag team partner. All right.
I don't know what it is. Who can it be?
Oh, it's funny because there's a little backstage segment, like a little interview with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, saying that this is going to be their last night together, possibly last night together, and then they're not going to say who their tag partner is. And you see the door open behind them, and he's like, and then you see it slowly close back.
Was that on
The
purpose or was
person
that
who opened it.
part of the bit?
No, see, I'm pretty sure it was a botch.
Oh, okay. That was a little weird. I don't know if it was part of it. He did kind of. Seth Rollins kind of chuckled and went on with it.
Yeah, Seth is like, he's like, well, okay then.
Yeah.
I guess you won't be seeing him.
Yeah,
Like-
that was oh.
It's like, oh, okay.
It was so funny.
Uh, yeah. And okay, so when you have all the entrances, the last person to come out is Kevin. Kevin, do the song.
They don't want none. They don't want none. So they don't want none. With some Southern boys.
You guessed it right.
I'm a farmer's
Spot on.
It was whose entrance was that originally supposed to be?
Dreamstorm. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, him.
Then
It's him. He comes out.
He only had one match and NXT left. But it was AJ Styles comes out. Leo Rush.
And they have
Leo Rush looked really shocked. Yeah, he had his face on the camera had his face on for a while, and I was like, really? He's really that shocked? That was funny.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Overall, the match was pretty okay. I mean, it's a tag match. I never find a lot of fun in these 3-man tags or 6-man tags rather.
Maybe because they do it a lot now. It's really
Yeah,
more
I don't know.
common before, because before it wasn't too common.
I don't know. I just feel kind of bored with them. I mean, AJ did really well with he was with McIntyre and Lashley a lot. He didn't really do a lot with Corbin.
AJ did okay. I could tell he was still kind of injured in a way, because he said he had kind of injured himself before, and I guess he's still recovering from that. But I guess he had him just come out for the Superstar Shakeup, so he looked all right. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I thought he was the best person in that match, besides McIntyre.
And Seth Rollins? And
Yeah.
Roman Reigns? Come on, dude. Roman Reigns.
Oh, I forgot he was there. I should have known. It was the main event after all.
Come on, he's always the main event now. Especially tomorrow. I mean, the next day.
What do you mean?
Well, we'll find out. Tune in 3 minutes when we talk about it.
Anyways, what do you think, man?
I mean, honestly, I was just waiting to see who the partner was gonna be for Roman and Seth, and as soon as I saw it was AJ, I was like, okay, and I just kind of checked out after that.
Gotcha. I was surprised they brought over Andrade. I thought he could do more in SmackDown. But then they brought over Mysterio. I'm like, oh, okay.
You finally
Yeah, I
finished
thought
your
that was a
feud.
bit weird. That
Yeah.
yeah, finish a feud, yet bring them both on the same show so they can feud on that show.
Yeah, I thought that was a good call.
Yeah, I thought this one with the shakeups. I don't know. I just don't know if I don't like the style of the way they do it, or the timing of when certain superstars come out or anything. I don't know. Like, I just felt myself watching this entire show, just trying to fish on like, okay, who are they gonna bring out? And they bring somebody out. Okay, cool. And other than the Andrade and Finn Balor match, every time they were bringing out somebody new, I was like, okay, now that I know who's on the show now, whatever they're doing afterwards, I just kept checking out as far as the matches.
Well, how would you rate it then?
I'll give it one thumbs up just for the moves, but wrestling wise, I give it a thumbs down. Other than Andrade and Finn.
All right, all right. Uh, overall, I give it like I give it like 2.5 pay stars. Kevin, what's your
Pacers.
overall opinion on the show?
I should have slept through that a couple times. It wasn't much. It wasn't that big, announcement or like big move. In a way, I kind of knew AJ was coming to Raw because it's been talked about for a while. So it wasn't really that amazing. I don't know. I'll give it a C minus.
All right.
Minus.
Well, I'm gonna announce everyone who moved to Raw, and then I'm gonna tell you what matches were cut after you guys guess. All right.
Should
So the full list of people. What?
Should we announce that? You can announce it now. We'll talk about it later. Well, we're going to talk more about the shakeup later. But yeah. You can
I mean, we already said all these people. There's only one person that hasn't been named for the. Mostly because I forgot. So the full list of people making the jump to Raw are AJ Styles, The Miz, Ricochet, Aleister Black, Eric and Ivar, the Viking Experience, Andrade, Zelina Vega, Rey Mysterio, Jimmy and Jay Uso, Naomi, EC3, Lacey Evans, Eric Young from Sanity, so they're breaking up Sanity, and Cedric Alexander. So yeah, the only one I didn't mention so far was Eric Young. Anyways, so the matches that were cut today, this week, there was only one.
Goddamn. Only one? Only
Yeah,
one?
surprisingly, there was only one. So there must have been a ton of freaking commercials.
I mean, man, only one? That's weird. I'd have to go with the 8-man tag match. No, I don't know. I'm guessing they cut out the 8-man with the Viking Experience and the Rival. Kurt Hawkins, Aleister Black. Because I doubt they would cut out.
Final guess?
Yeah, because I thought they would cut out. A lot of these matches were short, so.
I'm gonna say the women's tag match. I don't think that one had like a huge surprise shakeup bringing brought in, and then the match was already short, so I'm gonna say that one.
All right. I'm going to make a mark here.
He's marking it. I'm scared.
4,
I'm so scared.
5.
What do we do?
I still don't know what the points mean.
He had 3 before, so I'll give him 2.
What do I
I'll
win?
give him 3 more. He's like 8. All right, Ant-Man wins.
Which were wait,
Hooray!
points? One got cut out.
The Iconics versus Naomi and Bailey
Really?
was cut.
That was only 4 minutes. How did they cut only? That's weird. I guess they showed a lot of commercials. It didn't feel like it.
They had to have. Because everything else I just told you was in it. Besides, like, some of the recap stuff.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot more recap stuff than there usually is because of WrestleMania.
That is interesting.
A very interesting show.
I would have cut out.
Not good.
I would have cut out Lacey and Talia instead of that tag.
Yes. No, actually, I would have cut out Becky and Ruby, right?
Yeah, that one I definitely would have cut out.
No, but I mean, you need the women's champion on there, so
But she was
Well,
in
I
the
mean,
next
you could have.
segment against when
Yeah,
she
she was
was
in the segment right
talking against
after.
Natalia.
Yeah.
Because they could have easily cut from Becky Lynch coming out, and then cut it to where Natalia's coming out next.
I guess it's just weird them cutting out a match for the women's champion.
Well, I mean, they cut out the tag team champions all the time. So
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know, but you know what? Look at that champion. Look what has that become after they gave it to the Iconics. Not really.
but I mean,
Iconic.
I meant the Raw tag champions.
Oh, I mean,
I mean,
look.
actually, every tag champions.
Yeah, look at the
How
tag
dare you,
champions
Kev.
recently. Come on. SmackDown not so
The
much.
Iconics are probably the best tag team. Well,
I'm gonna throw up.
Of space and time.
Fighting champions, yes.
and man, now tell me how many women tag teams there are.
How many women tag teams there are? Like
Yeah.
legit, or just people that they've been throwing together recently?
No, like for real.
Uh, hmm, uh, I'm gonna say six. You
Really,
have the
six?
Iconics. Yeah, you got the Iconics. You got Nia and Tamina. Um,
I'll give it to you.
uh, there's a few that I was trying to think of. I'm assuming Bailey and Naomi are paired. Um, yeah, you know what? Actually, matter of fact, six might be too much.
I can
Yeah,
I,
I
I
don't
can
know.
give you the actual number if you want.
Yeah, yeah, I'll go ahead and yeah, because I mean, I want to say six. That seems like a bit much. It's got to be around that ballpark, like five, four, or six.
It's like it's two. Even then, the second one is a team that was just made, and we'll talk about that when we go to SmackDown. If my thing loads.
Load. On the bright side, though, they fixed the Raw tag team division somewhat.
Somewhat. Yeah, I
That
mean,
reminds me.
bring out the
Is
Usos, yeah.
is yeah, that reminds me though. With Ricochet and Black, are they? So they're keeping them together and they're staying on Raw.
Yeah, they're on Raw now. They're not jumping to like
Oof.
SmackDown NXT anymore. They're just officially on Raw.
They kind of just royally screwed that SmackDown tag team division.
I mean, who do we still got? I mean, Rusev and Shinsuke, The
uh,
Bar, New Day. Um, yep.
but you know that old,
Good.
you know
Oh,
that joke before, where it was just the New Day, the Usos, and the Bar just in a constant rotation. I think they just ran with that. Like, you know what, just keep the New Day, the Bar,
yeah.
and we'll throw in like one more tag team in there, and we'll just rotate.
That's how. Yeah. I don't know why they kept doing that. That was weird. And the matches were
Well, they
alright.
might as well. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, you know, if you're gonna royally screw up that SmackDown tag team division by literally taking every other team off or splitting them, then you know you're already doing the three-man rotation of the tag teams. Might as well just do it again for another year.
Yeah. I guess it worked. I need some people complaining too
Yeah,
much.
yeah, no, no.
Which
But
was
now
interesting.
Raw's gonna have that problem this year with what SmackDown had. SmackDown had way too many tag teams and only utilized three of them. I think Raw's gonna have that problem now, where they're gonna have so many tag teams, they're only gonna utilize maybe three or four of them. I'm gonna say four because they
Who do,
have an extra hour of shows every week.
who do you think they're gonna use?
I think they'll use the Viking experience for a while, and then
Yeah.
I quite honestly, I think they'll like in 6 months they'll be not on the shows anymore.
Mm.
Like they'll use them for a bit just for fresh air. And like if there's a tag team that's been wrestling a lot and they just want to take off TV for a little bit, like you can lay off the Usos for a month, or Black and Ricochet, and then when they fall off, you'll have the Usos, Black and Ricochet. You'll have that like tandem going on for like a few months, and like the revival will get swept under the rug again. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that happening. SmackDown, yeah, SmackDown kind
Yeah.
of got screwed. But we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll put people together as a tag team. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, um, back to SmackDown. SmackDown starts off with the KO show opening up, and their guest is the New Day, and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods come up. This is when we learn that Big E has suffered an injury. I can't remember. Do you guys know what the injury was, by chance?
What was it? Something. He messed up something in his leg. That's all I remember. I don't remember exactly what it was anymore. I need to look it up. I'll look it up
Yeah.
right now. But
Well, anyways,
Yeah.
they have a cool little segment, and then Owens offers to join the trio against their in their match against Nakamura and Rusev later that day. And said he didn't have the right moves, and for example, the ability to swivel his and grind. And then Owens surprisingly showed that he did have the moves, which led Woods to call him the Big O.
first it was Big K, then it became
And then
Big O.
then he places like a what do they call that? Like a crop top on him, like a New Day crop top on him.
Yeah, it was concept.
And then they knight him by applying the unicorn headband on his forehead. And then you see Rusev and Nakamura in the backstage looking at the monitor, approached by Cesaro to join them in the six-man tag. Later that night.
The whole time I thought he was on. Kevin Owens was gonna turn on them. I don't know why. It just felt like that.
Yeah, that whole segment felt cringy to me because that was exactly what I was thinking. I thought Kevin Owens was gonna turn on the whole time, so just watching that whole segment was just like, it just does not feel right at
Yeah.
all. I'm so used to Kevin Owens just attacking people from behind and power bombing everybody.
So torn meniscus is what Biggie got.
Oh, and his knee.
Yeah. Sounds nasty. Meniscus. Sounds like he has a cold and the meniscus came out of his nose.
Oh no. Meniscus is like bad, dude. My dad actually has no meniscus in his knee, which is not good. It's like the stuff between your muscles and your bone.
Ew. Nasty.
The meniscus is connected to the
Toe
knee
bone.
bone.
Oh. Damn it, I got it wrong.
What?
Damn it. Go on with the show.
So the first Shakeup member joining the SmackDown roster comes out, and I don't. How does their song go? I don't think I can do this for this one.
Whose song? Wait.
First member to join SmackDown.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it sounds like a Batista song. Damn it.
Yeah, that is Batista's song. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Batista
dun,
joins SmackDown.
dun,
Batista
dun,
joins
dun, dun, dun. I don't know. God
Duh.
damn it. Dun, 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 dun.
Anyways, my hopes and dreams of a good feud with Andrade end when Finn Balor comes out with his Intercontinental Championship.
Maybe. We don't know yet. I don't know if you want to talk about this now. You want me to say it?
I don't know what you're gonna say.
Uh, what's his name? Samoa Joe wasn't officially drafted or changed to the other roster, so maybe Finn could still have a match with Andrade and lose a title with him. So who knows? What to see next week if Joe will show up on Raw or not. Because he was supposed to be on Raw, but he couldn't show up because he was sick.
Yeah, see, the way I took the headline was just, oh, he was supposed to be on the show, he wasn't, so just next week he shows up. I don't think it has anything to do with Finn.
He might still be out next week
Yeah.
if he is in fact sick
Yeah.
with the flu.
I think he'll have a match, he shows up, and commentary's just gonna have a throwaway line.
It was just weird that they didn't officially set it on the site that he's on Raw. I
I
guess
don't know.
technically still on
Maybe
SmackDown. So
maybe
we'll
they
see.
forgot.
Yeah, we'll see. Go on.
All right. So he has a match with Ollie, and if you don't know who that is, it's Mustafa Ali. They have a cool little match. Not as good as Andrade, but it's a match. And Balor shows off he's gonna be good on the blue brand.
It was obvious,
All right,
blue
and
trunks
then
and everything. He had all blue on.
I don't remember this match.
Which one? Carmella.
Carmella versus Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, it
Did
was.
that happen?
Yeah, it was
Did I look away? When did that happen?
pretty much. Yeah, it was.
Oh, I remember her coming out, but I don't remember a match with her.
Literally, yeah, it was literally after that. I think they went a commercial break and they came out. Or they came out and it was a commercial break and yeah,
Yeah.
they had a quick match. That wasn't that crazy.
And then Lars Sullivan comes out again, even though he's on Raw, and then he crashes the ring during R-Truth constantly Carmella and beats up Truth. Truth has a good little rally against him, but Sullivan no-sold everything and laughs, and then he one-arm slam before scaring Carmella out of the ring with his creepy laugh, and Sullivan performed a sit-out powerbomb on Truth.
And then they announced he's officially on SmackDown.
He's on Raw.
What was it?
He's on Raw though.
No, he's on SmackDown. They said that.
He's on Raw.
No,
What?
I don't. Go to the website too. They said he's on SmackDown. And literally after that thing, they said he's on SmackDown, which confused me.
He's a free agent like John Cena.
It was yeah,
He just shows up.
it was weird because I was confused too. Cause yeah, I thought it was on Raw. He comes on the SmackDown. I was like, what is he doing on SmackDown? And literally after he left, they're like, oh, Lars Sullivan is on SmackDown now. I was like, wait, what? And then on the site, I looked it up when they posted everyone, and they said he's on SmackDown. Just confusing. I don't know why they did that. It was weird. But yeah, he's on SmackDown now.
All right. Um. All right. So Becky Lynch comes out with her two belts, and she cuts a promo about her plans to run through Lacey Evans. And batter everyone on both brands, and then out comes Ember Moon, who is apparently called now the Sheenom. I don't think that was a thing before. I don't think it's a thing now. Please stop.
They called her that a couple of times before. That was a long time ago, but yeah.
Yeah, she's been called that before.
Anyways, Ember challenges her, and she gets interrupted by Bailey, who is also now on SmackDown, and brings her own challenge to Lynch until the Iconics come out and heckle them all. And then next comes out Paige, who introduces her new tag team, and then Absolution comes out and is like, "Thanks, Paige. You don't need to introduce us. They already know us. Thank you for being in our corner." And she's like, "Nope. That's great and all for you two, but my team is actually." And then Asuka comes out. I don't remember how her music goes. And then the mystery.
Yeah.
All right. Can you do the song for the next person though?
uh,
Yeah.
That's right. The pirate princess, Kairi Sane, comes out as her tag partner,
No, you
and
was
we
shy.
have a 8-man tag between Asuka and Kairi, Ember and Bailey against the Iconics and Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. This, of course, puts Sasha Banks' future in, in the air, and yeah, I believe Kairi gets the win on one of the Iconics again.
Yeah,
Iconics losing 2 times in a week.
not looking good. Not looking good at all. And also, Bailey was getting booed a
All
lot.
right. We also got the news that Vince McMahon is announcing the quote-unquote biggest acquisition in SmackDown history later in the night. But next is the 6-man tag of Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Kevin Owens, and versus Rusev, Nakamura, and Cesaro. Right before this, there is a little promo with um, Kevin Owens becoming a honorary member of the New Day by eating a whole plate of pancakes in 5 minutes and 45 seconds. I didn't think he could do it. He proved me wrong. He did it.
It was weird. They cut away from it, and he's like, cut back to him. He's almost done. Can't believe he did it. God damn, Kevin Owens is
Yep.
amazing.
Came back from commercial break. It was, gotta say, it was pretty amazing. Anyways, I was actually expecting him to puke during the match at some point.
I mean, with Vince, that I would have been surprised if that happened.
We don't really get an explanation why Sheamus is not there. And Owens replacing Big E turned out to be a big success. The crowd is super behind it because, of course, it's his home crowd. Continuous chants for KO. Or Big O, rather. And they had pretty fun stuff, and the match was pretty okay. Rusev gets hit by a Troll in Paradise, and then gets hit by a stunner from Owens, and he goes down. And of course, the New Day wins.
They gave Owens the win in his hometown. Surprising. They usually lose.
So after this, the last thing of the night, you hear Vince McMahon comes out to announce his biggest.
Announces. They seem connected. Well, we're getting back in here on technical difficulties real quick, but before that, Kevin Owens and New Day match, they announced that Buddy Murphy was coming to SmackDown. Crazy, woo! He's a really good wrestler. What do you? Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, Buddy Murphy. Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, the Mustafa Ali experiment was
Oh, he's back.
Sorry.
a pretty good success. So
I'm not sure why that just happened.
I just
Anyways, Vince announces the.
said.
What is it?
I said, when you were connected again, I just said that. Forgot to mention that Buddy Murphy was coming to SmackDown because I announced it before.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't see that in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Buddy Murphy is joining the SmackDown Live roster. Super excited about that. Anyways, the biggest acquisition of SmackDown history is, of course, Elias.
Woo! I don't know how that song goes
And
anymore.
of course,
It's like,
Doo-doo.
no, it's something else. What is it? I hear it all the time on 2K19.
ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Like when he wins the matches, you hear the song, and it surprises me because I'm like, oh yeah, he does have a song.
Oh, the.
Yeah, that one. There you go.
Elias praises
Yeah.
McMahon for knowing what his audience announcing SmackDown as the new Temple of Elias. specifically, Elias says, I will be taking over the reins of SmackDown starting tonight. And of course, this being the main event, up comes fucking Roman Reigns because he's like, "Hey, I heard there was a main event," and comes out and punches Elias in the face. Superman punches. Sorry, and then he Superman punches Vince while he's at it, and he says, "I don't care what he said. SmackDown Live is my yard now."
And when he said that, I was like, wait a minute. When he came back, he said it was our yard. What the hell? You turn
As
our
soon
back
as
on
back
us?
to be an asshole Roman Reigns.
I know. What the hell? Jeez, we get it. You want to be champion now? God damn. I also don't know why you put Vince.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
He
it
spears
wasn't
Elias,
after
and then
the
it's done.
Viking experience.
Oh, makes sense. And then we also got a new script Brett chance too. When Vince was coming out. Which is interesting. We always get that.
Yeah, that was kind of predictable that they'd move Roman here.
Yeah, because you move AJ out of SmackDown, so you gotta do the whole switcheroo. One main eventer with another
Yeah.
main eventer. So yeah. But yeah, that's SmackDown.
I say I kind of miss when they put up graphics and they list off like random facts about people.
Matt Facts.
I mean, there's that, but there's also like they put the height and the weight and stuff,
Oh yeah,
like their hometown, stuff like that. And then the third box would be something random usually, like former WWE champion or something,
Yeah,
or likes to eat pizza upside down,
that's Matt.
stuff like that.
Matt does that. Matt Facts. Got all of them.
Yeah, overall SmackDown, I was kind of disappointed in this today's SmackDown. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff that I liked. There was like one match I kind of liked, but even then I was like, that's not going to hold the full show. I like Kevin Owens and the New Day, but overall I give it 3 pay stars. How about you, Ant-Man?
I would say 1.5 thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Yeah. I would give it a C plus, maybe. It was all right.
Plus.
Not a C plus plus. That's too much. Yeah, this Shakeup wasn't that crazy. You guys want to just talk about the Shakeup overall right now?
Hold up, let me say the people who are now on SmackDown real fast. Alright, the people who are... Rick, what is this? Oh, wrong link. 1 second. Alright, people who are now on SmackDown are Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Elias, Bayley, Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, Lars Sullivan, Buddy Murphy, Liv Morgan, they're breaking up the Riot Squad,
Right about that, yeah.
Chad Gable, they're breaking up Rooting Gable, Apollo Crews, Mickey James, Otis, and Tucker.
You forgot to say Apollo Crews. They're breaking up Tennis Square Wide.
That was broken up like 5 months ago.
I know. I kind of forgot about that.
And they're making Alexa Bliss a solo act now. No more lackeys, except for Alicia Fox, who's probably drunk somewhere.
I mean,
I hope not.
She could get back with Nia Jax when she comes back from that double ACL surgery, whatever it is.
Yeah, in 9 to 12 months.
Yeah. Because I doubt she's going to do both surgeries.
Yeah.
You might do one at a time, but yeah. Shit, what you guys want me to go through NXT, or you guys want to talk about Shakeup real quick? I mean, NXT really doesn't really evolve too much with the Shakeup, except with Kairi Sane, because she does have a match on there.
Let's just go through it real fast.
With what, NXT?
Ant-Man, do you have anything to say about the shakeup?
Oh, Shakeup, okay.
Um, the shakeup in general, or just this SmackDown
Just in
shakeup?
general.
Uh, I mean, most of the parts that they moved around were, you know, either kind of expected or didn't really have a lot of a fizzle to it. I will say this year's shakeup has either been really confusing or, just kind of flat. Because, like, you have, like, the Lars Sullivan situation. You got the Samoa Joe and Finn Balor situation with the U.S. and Intercontinental titles. Like, just so many kind of, like, moving parts where I'm like, I have no idea what's even going on. And WWE just kind of could care less about clarifying it. And then, like, even with their divisions, like, they're moving all these divisions around, like, with the tag teams or breaking up tag teams. Uh, like, if you didn't really have a tag team women's division, the SmackDown's women's division is fucking stacked. But because you do have the tag team division, you kind of just have these moving parts all over the place. You're gonna have top quality singles people on the women's side, like Asuka and Kairi Sane, Bailey, Ember Moon. But because you have the tag titles, now you're just like, okay, well, they're all going to be on tag teams until we just decide to break them up, or Becky needs an angle with somebody or something. And then, which we're kind of getting a picture of, like, okay, was Bailey or is Becky going to be defending both her titles in each pay-per-view? Because she has angles on Raw for the Raw Women's title, and now she's starting to develop angles on SmackDown for the SmackDown Women's title. That's a little confusing. So I don't know. I think the shakeup just created more questions than it did give us answers.
I don't think we've seen both women's titles being defended at a pay-per-view, except for the big ones, anyways. So most likely she's gonna be do one at a time. She really hasn't started anything up in SmackDown, so
Well, she was there, and then
yeah.
that's when they had all those women come out. See, that's what I'm saying.
But they were
Like, they're not on the track, like on the same like track as like Raw is, but they're starting to.
the whole like when she came out though too. She like kind of led up to the women's tag match, kind of stirring that pot up with the tag team titles.
Yeah. That's what I mean,
Yeah.
being confused. Like, you have Bailey come out, then you have Ember Moon come out, and then out of nowhere, here's the tag team division coming out. And I'm like, okay, who is supposed to be a singles competitor and who's supposed to be a tag team? Like, you know.
Shoot, they might do like she might hold that SmackDown tag. I mean, the SmackDown titles for a while, and just defend the Raw for a bit,
Yeah, so get the.
and
Yeah.
then because
And even then, like, even when you do angles on the different shows, they're going to fizzle out so fast. Like, her and Lacey have just started theirs, but I mean, right after, let's say they do the one at a time. Well, as soon as that pay per view's over, that angle's done because she's got to go right to the SmackDown one.
that's true. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be yeah. That's the weird thing. We talked about this kind of before when they set up the whole when it takes all right Mania. Like, what's this gonna lead up to? How are they gonna Has she really defend both titles at the same time separately? Yeah, it's gonna be weird seeing how this goes on. We'll see after the first pay per view, which is Money in the Bank. Like, is this the next one, right?
Very interesting. The very first pay per view of the new year, right off the bat,
Yeah,
is Money in the Bank.
right after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It'll be interesting.
What you think about the Shakeup, Aaron?
It's pretty funny because now you have all but two former NXT Women's Champions on the SmackDown.
Yeah.
Just not Sasha and Shayna Baszler. Only two that's not on SmackDown. So the SmackDown roster for the women's is like stacked. Raw, there's like nothing.
Yeah, the
So I'm
Raw.
guessing they're gonna put Nikki on Raw.
Oh, Nikki Cross. I forgot about her. Oh yeah, they haven't found a home for her. Shit. It's kind of empty now with
Unless they want
Ronda
to
gone.
continue the feud with Shelton.
No, I haven't seen Shelton in a long time too. Yeah, ever since Ronda left, that Raw women's division's kind
Yeah,
of
but
empty. Yeah.
I mean it's well, I mean like you have Tamina now probably gonna retire for a little bit, for like another 2 or 3 months because Nia Jax is out.
Yeah. And then Sasha, we don't know what's going on with her.
She's been given a leave of absence because she wanted to quit.
Yeah, and then
Because her and Bailey were not told they were losing the titles and splitting up until the day of the show, even though that was the plan the whole time.
what? Wait, what was the plan the whole time? What do you mean?
For them losing the titles at Mania and splitting up, attacking.
I heard they were told that night.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was the plan the whole time by the writing staff.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, if they didn't tell anyone, nobody knows about it.
And yeah, she wasn't booked for television this week, and she's given a leave of absence. So that was one of my news things I had to put up.
Oh, that was-
Anyways, yeah. Basically it. How about you?
Yeah, it wasn't that crazy. Just because we already got the NXT call-ups pretty much. With the whole, like, the first pack was EC3, Lars, Nikki Cross, and Heavy Shimmery. So we already got those, and then we had Ricochet and Black come up too before the Shakeup with Gargano and Ciampa, but then Ciampa and Gargano stayed at NXT. So not really doing it too many crazy like NXT call-ups. We got Kyrie and the Viking Experience. That's pretty much it. That was pretty much it. Like, cause in the past we would get like I don't know 4 or 5 people from NXT come up.
That's true.
Yeah. So not as amazing as the past shakeups or drafts. And yeah, I don't like the way they do the shakeups too. They just throw them out there. I mean, and again, it did work before, but this one just didn't feel like it was like crazy, like when Andrade came out, and I was like, oh, okay, he's out, he's on Raw now. That's cool. I don't know, that should have got me pumped up, but it didn't really. Then Ray too, he came out, and I was like, oh yeah, cool, Ray's here. Woo. It wasn't that exciting. I don't know. I felt really bland,
Yeah.
but it was alright.
Alright. I guess you can move on to NXT then.
Alright, NXT. Let me get in closer for this. NXT, we had. Oh god. Let me check real quick how many matches we had. 1, 2, 3 matches. As usual. As per usual. We had some backstage stuff going on too. So we start out the NXT show with a match with I think it was a title match. Yeah, it was a title match with the Velveteen Dream and Buddy Murphy for the North American Championship. I think they announced. Let's see. They were talking about that Buddy Murphy was on SmackDown already. Not on like commentary during the match, like beforehand, because a lot of this is pre-recorded. So I'm guessing did he know he was going to SmackDown at that point? And it was a good match. I liked it. Kind of slow start, but it built up to a great match. You know, one of the good spots I saw during the match was Buddy Murphy knocked Velveteen Dream out of the ring, and then Velveteen was kind of like knocked out, and he was just trying to pull Velveteen Dream into the ring before the 10 count. And I was like, I mean, and I was like, it was at 8 already, and I was like, goddamn, Buddy Murphy, just get in the ring, get out of the ring to restart the count. That was scary. And he got at that 9 point, and then he went back in the ring and came out and pulled him in. And then at that point, Dream kind of like caught him by surprise. He did his little Dream Valley driver onto him, and then did the purple Rainmaker for the pin and retained his title. And then we get the Street Profits backstage. They're like outside of William Regal's office because I guess they wanted to talk about getting a title match with I guess I think they're still called War Raiders in NXT. They didn't really say their names. They had their shirts on. They said War Raiders. Oh no, I don't remember. I think they might have called them the Viking Experience on commentary, on one of the promo things. But then they knocked on William Regal's door. Then it came out the War Raiders, yeah. And then they like, oh, we knew what you guys were gonna do, so we went ahead and talked to Regal, and then we got a match going against you guys next week. I'm guessing for the titles. So that was that bit. So they get the title shot. And then after that we get an in-ring promo with Johnny Gargano, Johnny Champion now. Talking to the fans. Oh, what did he say to the fans? It wasn't that much. He's happy. He's got the championship. This and that. Adam Cole comes out with Undisputed Era, with only Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish behind him. They did have the little dispute, the little like fight with Roderick Strong at the what was it, like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. Then he's talking about that Adam Cole would have been champion because he did pin him on the first fall. But then Johnny comes back with them saying that he tapped him out twice on the second two falls in a row. And then cuts him off that was not definitive. That was undisputed, and he's doing this whole like Adam Cole shtick that he would say that he's like, oh, Adam Cole, you're just a little crybaby, you're a spoiled little baby, which is funny. And then he goes, I think after that, oh no, I think Cole said he wants to fight him, and Johnny Gargano told him to come to the ring. And then Roderick Strong comes from behind, attacks him. And then they all come in and start attacking him. And then they pick up Johnny Gargano, and then Adam Cole super kicks him. And then they all stood above and around him with the undisputed, logo things on their hands, their signs. And that was that. And then they did a plug for Kushida that he'll make his in-ring debut at let's see, when was it? In 2 weeks, he'll make his debut at NXT. And then let's see, and then we had another match with I have no idea who this guy is, Dominic Dijakovic, something like that. Dijakovic. There we go. Yeah, so it was a really quick match with this guy named Aaron Fire, and he does a weird kick, and then he pins him in fucking 3 seconds. So it was a 3-second match pretty much. And that was that.
He had a match with Luke Harper at Worlds Collide.
Oh,
I
Dominic
believe
did?
it was a 4-star match. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. I forgot to. So yeah, he had that. That match. It was quick, and he said he's feasting his eyes on Velveteen Dream. So I guess he's gonna go after the North American Championship next. Then Gargano, no Gargano, Kathy Kelly interviewed Undisputed Era, talking about what just happened. Cole was like, "Oh, he wants to have a match with them, this and that," and then Regal comes and interrupts them, and then he's like, "Oh, Gargano talked to him, and he agrees he's gonna have a match, not with Cole, but with Roderick Strong." And I can see a little look like Cole was kind of mad. Because he really wanted that match, and but they're giving it too Strong, so something might happen with that. I'm guessing Strong's gonna get kicked out of the Undisputed Era. And then we get some promo stuff with some self film promo with Vanessa Bourne and Aaliyah challenging Candice LeRae in a tag team partner next week. It was nothing. I really care about that. And then we get the pretty much the main event of the show, which was Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. And this was Kairi Sane's last match to fight for or get a match for that NXT Women's Championship. Because if she loses, she would never get another title match again. Another NXT Women's Championship title match again. So this match went pretty good. I liked it. Let's see exactly what happened. Shayna when Kyrie showed she had fire early on. Dropped Shayna with the spinning back fist, clothesline on Baszler. This and that, crossbody on the apron, off the apron. I mean, flying forearm with the 2 count on her back. No, that was later on. No, I'm mixing it up. She does a flying forearm because of 2 count. And then later on, Shane does an elbow drop. She does her finishing move, elbow drop on her back, which was weird that she goes for another one again because she turns her back. Shayna Baszler turns her back, and she's gonna go for another one. But then Shayna Baszler gets up pretty quickly, and then kind of kicks her with kind of an enziguri type of move. And then she gets down, she falls to the ground, and then she really starts working on her arm, like she did with Dakota Kai. She's trying to break her arm, whatever. She's still working on it, and really doing those submission moves on it. She falls out of the ring, and then the ref comes out to see if she's gonna continue the match, because I guess she was really messing up her arm. And then the doctor came out to check on her and everything, and Io Shirai also came out. And then Io, I think, was telling her to don't continue with the match. And then Baszler grabs her, pulls her in, really kind of trying. It looks like she wanted to snap off her arm. And then Io just pushed her off, and then Kairi Sane gets disqualified. So I guess she doesn't get a championship again anymore. And then, she pushed Shayna Baszler off, and then kind of, what happened after that? Baszler dragging inside of the ring, yeah. And then the Horsewoman pulls Shirai out of the ring, and they force her to watch Baszler viciously stomp on Kairi's arm. And then, they kind of walk away, and that's how the NXT show ends. It was interesting. A lot of stuff was happening. A lot of good matches, except for that Dominic match, which was just really quick. That was a nothing match. But we got some stuff starting around with Undisputed Era. Uh, Buddy Murphy and Ulti Dream was a good match. I also liked the Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane match. It was good NXT. I don't know if you guys watched it or not.
I did
No.
not. Sounds riveting.
It was
Yep.
good. It was good. I liked NXT. I almost forgot to watch it, and then I watched it today when I got home. But yeah, that was NXT. Let me check on something real quick. You guys talk amongst yourselves real quick. I need to see something. Someone's up right now. Talk about next week. What do you guys expect next week for Raw and Smackdown?
Same boring, monotonous stuff until Money in the Bank.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, I will be interested to see, who they choose to put in those Money in the Bank matches, and who Seth will be defending the title against, who Kofi will defend his title against. I mean, they have the potential to make that card a pretty good card with those two Money in the Bank matches plus title matches, so we'll see.
Yeah. So, I'm going to talk about something that I thought was interesting. So, apparently, Daniel Bryan's injured. And,
Yes.
but WWE are closely guarding, any news of his injury. So, we don't know what's wrong with him. They're, really keeping it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
So
the
this is
one
kinda worrying.
article. Yeah, I think the one article I read was because they knew of the Daniel Bryan injury, they didn't know what the injury was, and the way WWE is playing it so close to the vest is that it could be one of those small kind of injuries that just needs time to heal. So either way, he's going to be off TV, or it is a significant injury, but we just don't know to what. Is it an injury that he's had before? Is it just a brand new injury that they were just trying to confirm is significant or not, or if they just giving him time off? We don't know. I think the fact that they're keeping it hush hush makes it kind of worrisome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, apparently, the War Raiders were originally going to be renamed as the Berserkers,
That would have been a better name.
which is a million times better than
yeah,
the Viking experience.
Well,
yeah, I would have went with that.
like rename for their call up, or just when they came
Yeah,
to the
their
NXT.
call-up.
Oh, okay.
I mean, nothing's
You guys
better than
called-
War Raiders, but
Yeah.
I mean,
this is significantly better than a little kid's ride.
they,
Mommy, I want to go to the Viking experience.
it sounds like
Jimmy, let's go.
it sounds like something that the Minnesota Vikings put in their new stadium, where it's like buy this $100 pass to step on the field and get a Vikings experience.
We gotta get Takeout's opinion on this next week.
Oh God.
Shakeup. Oh man. Oh, like
No, I mean
Shakeup
on the
or
Viking experience.
Oh. Shit.
He's of course being
Uh-oh.
a Viking. Oh, and
Oh no, we got the call for the New Japan report. Let's see what's about.
getting a call up.
Hello?
Kevin,
Oh, hey Omega. How's that head?
how's it going? From who?
For Hulk Hogan, remember? And Macho Man?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. Cause you know,
I'm a little forgetful.
Oh, you got memory loss.
You know what I don't
yeah,
forget?
I think I remember lost. But
Last week, when I called you out.
what about
Not forgetting that.
what about the New Japan report, real quick?
What about the New Japan report?
Yeah.
Crumple it up, throw it away. That's where it goes.
What?
What about the Kevin X report? What are you doing?
wait. I want to know what's going on with New Japan, real quick.
I'm sure you do, man. Still the road to the taco? Don't taco? I didn't know what's going on.
So nothing's crazy happening.
A lot of crazy things happening.
Have they had their pay-per-view?
They're going to soon. I think I'm going to New Japan World today, and I've seen the schedule.
Are you excited for it?
It's real soon. I should be.
You
You
should.
should be.
You should be excited.
No, you should be.
No, you should be, because it might be the last New Japan report and show you'd be watching. Because at the NXT Takeover San Jose, I'm taking you out, Omega.
Shit.
Ooh.
The Ace.
Thinking, man.
You know what he's good at?
Getting replaced.
No.
Not getting the 1, 2, 3.
He's good at tapping people out. And guess what? I need those couple tap outs, and you're done, dude. Because it's gonna be a 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere.
You know what, Kevin? You gotta talk to Decado. You gotta talk to Ant-Man. You gotta talk to Payback. You're smart friends. They'll talk some sense into you. You're dealing with a two-time 1993, 1994 infant world champion.
Well, you know what? Take those championships, shove it up your ass. Because at NXT Takeover, the Ace will run wild on your ass.
So we're gonna have ourselves a good old San Francisco street fight, huh?
What? No, I said it's gonna be 2 out of 3 fall count anyway.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I'm too busy thinking about kicking your ass.
Oh, good one. Good one.
The great one. The electrifying one. The one that's gonna put HVW on the map. That's what I wanted to talk to you about today, Kevin.
HVW.
I know you got this little snowbike Mike clan going on. Used to be so anti-establishment, and then you join the most established guy on Twitch TV. How does that make sense? You know it doesn't have to make sense, Kevin. Because the following weeks leading up to San Jose, we're going to have a little competition. You bring your best guys. I'll bring my best guys. Any game you want. Chinese checkers.
Chinese checkers.
Chinese
rope.
checkers.
Halo. It doesn't matter. We're going to beat you every day up until Los Angeles. June 8th.
Bring my guys, bring your guys. What kind of match are we having now? I'm so confused. It's gonna be a tag match, or is it gonna be singles match? Because I want a singles match against you.
You ever seen Billy Madison?
I want to sell, dude.
It's going to be that. But we're not going to stop competing. Whether it's Smash Brothers, Mortal Kombat 11, Street Fighter 5, arm wrestling, some wrestling.
Alright, dude. Alright. I don't want to embarrass you
Mud
any
wrestling.
longer, dude, because I'm gonna destroy you at San
Mud
Jose. So,
wrestling.
do you have any last words for New Japan? With that Ring of Honor stuff?
I have some last words for you, Kevin. When you go up in smoke, and you will, I hope you brought a big enough fan.
I'm being a fan for this look. Alright.
Because you're my biggest fan.
Oh. I should end the call there. I was so confused.
What did I just hear?
I have no idea. I was so confused with that. So,
If the game is Chinese checkers, don't worry, Kevin, we got this.
shoot, I hope we do. I'm not good at Chinese checkers. I did had a good promo, but he kind of messed me up on what he was saying. It's whatever. Not really a topic this week. I mean, the big topic was just a shakeup. So let's do with the news and whatever you got left.
So whatever I didn't say, I still have a couple little things. Sheamus was out with a concussion. That's why he wasn't there on Tuesday.
All right.
If you didn't know, Chet Kopic, I don't know how to say his last name. Well, he died today at the age of 70.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
The old ring announcer.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's that day. So apparently, Alexander Wolf of the former Sanity, which is no longer there, is still under contract, and sources have saying that he might be moving back to NXT.
Was he the one with the Twitter post about saying goodbye and people thinking he was leaving?
No, that was Alexander. No, sorry, that was Killian Dane.
Oh, Killian Dane. That was confusing when I read his tweet. I was like, is he leaving? No, what's going on? And then he's like, oh no, he's just saying goodbye to Sanity. That sucks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sanity's gone. I don't know what they're doing with Killian Dane either. Maybe they'll move both of them back to NXT. Maybe
I
NXT
think
UK.
I think all of them need to go back to NXT. They were treated. a
Oh,
lot
Eric
more
Young is
fairly.
going to Raw.
Yeah.
Yo,
I don't know why. He's gonna get buried. Damn. That sucks for everyone. Oh, also, I noticed
What
too.
do you mean? EC3 and him are going to have a great feud in main event.
Damn, dude. We barely saw EC3 have a match
This
recently.
this TNA all over again.
I don't know.
Yeah, and the last piece of news that I'll say it when so apparently they're going to abandon the Enzo and Cass feud.
Did they ever get
Ring
signed?
of Honor. Yes, they did.
Okay.
Immediately after the show.
I mean, they never
So what are
recorded
they
it.
gonna do now?
Nothing, I guess.
I don't know. They're probably gonna coast by for a few months and then they're gonna just be introduced. Right, Mega?
Oh, that's right, payback.
That's what he thinks.
That's insane.
Also, I forgot to bring it up. So they split up two couples, but they brought together two of them during the the whole shit. So
So Zelina and Black
yeah, they
are
together.
together.
Naomi and one of the Usos. I forget which
One
one it was.
Jimmy, whatever.
Yeah, Jimmy. So they're together, but they split up. Charlotte and Andrade, which is interesting. I thought they would have kept them together with pretty much the power that Charlotte has and the likeness they have, I guess, backstage for her. And they split up Buddy Murphy. I mean, they already were split up, but they split up Buddy Murphy and Bliss.
Which we don't even know if they're together.
I thought they were.
I mean, they were before, but then they were living in different houses for 2 years. So,
Didn't they get engaged? Right? They got engaged.
and they don't talk to each other reportedly, and they what do you call it? They during the Hall of Fame they were sitting next to different people.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance. There's a chance. But I think
But yeah, that's all the news I have.
you can wrap it up now.
So I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I mean, I saw an entire Shakeup week on 2 WWE shows, and yeah, I don't know. Not a whole lot to take away. Like I said, more questions than answers, personally.
Yeah.
We'll see how the rest of this month will shape out.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see how the Shakeup's gonna do it for us. I mean, now that we have Mr. Main Event on SmackDown, maybe we'll actually see the SmackDown side be in the main event of some pay-per-views.
Oh, for sure.
They have
100%.
to for Fox.
Especially if Roman makes a
not so much
WWE
for
title run.
Fox, probably just Roman.
I mean, I was saying that's why they brought Roman to SmackDown.
Well, you thought too, Kevin, that like Kofi's gonna lose that title like super quick to Roman.
I mean, I'm guessing they would have to. I don't think Roman's gonna feud with Elias.
But do you think, if they give the title to Roman so quick, I mean, is he gonna have like an AJ Styles kind of run where
Oh yeah.
just every month they just don't know who they want to take off the title, so they just keep it on him? Because to me, I don't think they like doing that. So I think they're just gonna pick the right time for him to do it, which is like a SummerSlam, a Survivor Series, something like that.
I guess they can do that. I don't know.
And do you let Roman take that off of Kofi? Because if you let Roman beat Kofi, I think
No.
all the credibility that he just got is just out the window.
Roman's not. He's not gonna beat Kofi for the title. Someone else gonna take it off Kofi. Then
Right.
it's gonna be
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think Roman's going near that title anytime soon.
No, I don't know. We'll see. They like Roman a lot, and I'm pretty sure they want to give him a title since he came back. So
I mean, yeah, it's very weird. I mean, because I gotta say, I'm not really liking SmackDown's men roster.
yeah,
I just don't think there's enough talent on it. I think the women's division is stacked, especially if you just put them all as a singles. Um, I don't know. We'll see.
it's a weird shakeup. I don't like it. It was-
Vince McMahon, I tell you.
Vince McMahon. God damn it. That's it.
God damn it.
I think we're done. Close it out, payback.
Well, of course, that kind of concludes everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go play some Apex Legends now. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that. Fuck, I botched it.
God damn it! You're supposed to close it out with the closing.
Till next time.
No,
Yeah.
no, we're not. We can't end it. He's gotta say the outro.
I don't have an outro.
Oh, you don't? It's pretty much you say the kind of the intro again, but say it in a natural way.
Just cut the damn feed.
Well, follow us on YouTube and Twitter and
Well, that's the Botched
Stuff.
Fitness
See you later.
podcast. Tune in next week. We'll talk about, I don't know, just
Teddy
yeah,
Long.
talk about Teddy Long, I guess, and then just go to YouTube, watch us on YouTube, rate, comment, subscribe at bit.ly.
Damn it, I should have hosted last week, because then I could have said that when Elias is up there, he'd be like, oh, next person is going to come out is going to be a dead man. Lights cut out. Turn to black. You hear the bell tolls. Undertaker comes out.
Should have hosted it.
My Undertaker.
Should have hosted it. But yeah, bit.ly/botch finish YT. Twitter.com/botch finish without the ed at the end of botch. And then twitch.tv/botch finish. That's it. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Botched it.
Yeah.